Uther versus Garrosh.
Victory or death!
I will fight with honor.
Okay, so the Ivory Knight, I drew it this game, but can't really keep it. I have to assume Dragon Warrior, I guess, because against Control Warrior I have time. What do I actually want against Dragon Warrior? I want my True Silvers, probably want my Murlocs, Doomsayer, Loot Hoarder. There's a lot of stuff I want more than Pyro. I don't know about the sand. Harrison's really good in this matchup though. If it's a Dragon Warrior.
Well met.
This is actually kind of an interesting turn. If I think he's like a Control Warrior or a Cthulhu Warrior, I should probably just Hero Power here, and then maybe turn 4 I go Hero Power Loot Hoarder. If I think he's an aggressive warrior with a bad opener, I should just play Loot Hoarder most likely. Although maybe it's just wrong to play Loot Hoarder overall, because going into the Ravaging Ghoul turn. But does a warrior really want to play Ravaging Ghoul against a Paladin to kill a single Loot Hoarder?
Let me think.
It's also possible that this is like an OTK version of warrior, and I want to be playing as fast as possible, so just get the Loot Hoarder out here. I think just Hero Powering is the most consistent play here. Really?
Greetings.
That was an interesting choice.
Reporting for well met.
I mean, if he Fiery War Axed into my first one, I guess I'll let him Fiery War Axe into the second one. Okay, he is a Dragon Warrior. He didn't want to Fiery War Axe into that one, I guess. So I can coin out Harrison here if I want to. And also just go like Loot Hoarder Hero Power. And just drop the True Silver.
Let me
True Silver doesn't really give me a very good clear on that though. Harrison does give a pretty good clear with the 1/1 that's on the board already. And it gets rid of his weapon, which might be hard to get rid of, or might be hard to find a target for Harrison in the future. I think I like coin Harrison here.
think.
That belongs in a museum.
For another Murloc.
Well met.
I don't think there's...
Move quickly.
I'm not sure if I should trade in my 1/1 here or not. If he tries to kill it with Ravaging Ghoul, Harrison still deals with the taunt. He could like Blood to Ichor it, but that's a pretty low value Blood to Ichor. Probably better to Blood to Ichor the Harrison anyway. But I guess there is some reason to keep the 1/1 alive. Maybe I play Equality next turn or something.
For the War Chief!
Wonder if I actually just play Doomsayer here. How valid is that? Like, how does he even answer Doomsayer?
Let me think.
Doomsayer itself is going to be hard to play, but if I do it like after a board clear turn, like if I go Pyro Equality Doomsayer, then I can use it for some amount of tempo. Maybe I just try to use it here to kill a 3/6 though.
The end is coming!
Reporting for duty.
If he does kill the Doomsayer, it probably involves committing quite a bit to the board. I guess Slam Ichor. Or no, it would have to be double Slam. But like Slam plus Alex draws his champion or Fiery War Axe. This is fine. Now I can clear with True Silver and Bluegill Warrior. The idea was like, if he put a few things on the board to clear, then I had like True Silver or something to back it up. If he just like didn't clear, obviously it was good. Or if he put like a ton of stuff on board, I had a board clear with Pyro Equality. I think just playing the Doomsayer there was pretty good, but maybe it was not correct. Hard to say. But yeah, Bluegill True Silver is a pretty good clear here. I actually don't really see much of another play. So I guess that's it.
For justice.
The battle! The battle!
So this does kind of leave me with nothing on the board. Which is a bit of a bummer. But if he plays something super scary, I don't know, turn 7, he can't play his Rag yet. Maybe this is Malkorok. Fiery War X face, play Malkorok. Or just a 6/6 Crusher. Fine too. I can actually clear that now with Bluegill plus True Silver. That's probably worth it. I take 4 damage, but I go down to 22. Even if he plays like Rag or Grom next turn, it's not that big a deal.
Let me think.
But it's possible I shouldn't be using my Bluegills, so... I don't know, cheaply, I guess? Oh wait, can I just play all of my Murlocs here? No, I don't have mana. But if I could, that would be a good clear. I think I just make this play. It kinda sucks. It kinda sucks to spin my Bluegill Warrior with 2 War Leaders in hand. But I can just play my 2 War Leaders next turn. 6 mana for 2 5/4s. Like, that's fine. It's obviously better if I get some amount of charge value out of it. But even without the charge value, I think it's okay. There's the Ravaging Ghoul. It's fine. Ravaging Ghoul's always good against Paladin. Sylvanas, huh? Sylvanas actually seems not bad here. Just drop her, trades with 2 minions on board. Kinda forces him to trade into it too. Plus I get to develop a recruit with it. It's not like... I guess actually I'm dead to Gromish Inner Rage. But I think Inner Rage is pretty uncommon in Dragon Warriors nowadays.
I must choose. I wonder. The blade be thirsty.
What? Yeah, I think that was probably an error. He literally just used his Execute and took 2 extra damage off the Fiery War X for no reason. Just send the 2 dudes into Sylvanas. Play Frothing. You don't even have to use the Fiery War X, you just play Ravaging Ghoul. It kills the... Yeah, that was awful. Kills my 1/1, Sylvanas is already dead.
Let
That was...
me think.
Wow. I mean, I do some pretty bad stuff from time to time, too. But that was pretty awful. So, Pyro Consecration is actually a really good clear here. There's a clean 3 damage to both of those guys. But then I have 2 equalities in my hand with no activators. So it might actually be better to go, like, Pyro equality here. Even though it doesn't seem like that should be better. Because then I still have an equality Consecration combo. I'm not sure how much I can justify just leaving the Frothing on the board. It might have been okay to leave the Frothing on the board. Like, if he didn't have the Grom Inner Rage last turn to kill me, he probably couldn't kill me this turn. But Frothing is pretty dangerous. If I wanted to just play, like, double War Leader into it, maybe some kind of Whirlwind effect could just, like, kill me. So if I play anything can happen here. I get 2 Bluegills and a War Leader. So I can just send my 2 Bluegills into Gromish and kill it. It's not a super high value anything. Maybe I just equality to kill his Grom. What big threats does he have left in the deck? Probably something like Deathwing. But if he has Deathwing, I'm playing War Leader this turn, he Deathwings. I play Anyfin and then my Bluegills can clear Deathwing. Ragnaros is kind of a similar situation. I just Anyfin next turn and kill it. I think I'm just gonna equality this. And I will make a hero power here. I don't think it's very likely that I need the True Silver hit and to play Anyfin can happen next turn.
I must choose. I wonder.
Alright, well. I planned for this. That was the only way to deal with Deathwing. I think that should have been a pretty obvious only play that turn. If he actually draws like Ragnaros here, hits one of the Murlocs, might be... I don't know, if that card in his hand right now is Ragnaros, he might be in okay shape. Yeah, that was pretty astonishing. I can kill it with Murloc, True Silver, Pyro, Forbidden Healing. That kinda sucks. Maybe I just go for Doomsayer here. If I just play out the Doomsayer, assume he draws like an answer to my... Say he draws one answer to clear my recruit. There's still only a 1 in 3 chance that Ragnaros can kill Doomsayer. There's no card he can draw off the top of his deck to specifically kill the Doomsayer. Ragnaros hits the War Leader, that's obviously fine. Ragnaros hits me in the face, that's fine too. I can clear this with like True Silver and a Pyro play, but I think just playing Doomsayer here is like totally fine. We'll go ahead and equip the True Silver. If this guy is playing Harrison Jones and his Dragon Warrior, then I guess he's a god and he gets to draw 2 cards off my True Silver. But no one plays Harrison in that deck. Wouldn't that be the sickest way to lose this game though? Deathwing into Ragnaros into Harrison Jones. Pretty good. 2 mana draw 2. Oh, there's that Ivory Knight. Ivory Knight's pretty good here. I guess the quality's fine. That was a pretty underwhelming Ivory Knight. I was looking for that sick Anyfin can happen. Get him with 3 Anyfins this game. Although the second one would probably end it. The third equality is fine too, though. My Pyro was looking like it might not have too much value, but with the equality it's pretty good. Although he's already played Rom, Rag, and Deathwing, so there's probably not even too much that I need to have equality for. We have matching weapons. Like, I don't even need to equality this guy, I just run my True Silver into it. Go down to 20 HP, no big deal.
For justice!
The battle.
I just pass the turn here. I want to save Pyro for the equality. I want to save Peacekeeper for a Draconid Crusher if he draws it. Draconid Crusher is probably the only notable threat left in his deck. It's a pretty good card for him to draw. Wow, he's really trying to be a Paladin, huh? Reinforce and True Silver champion. I mean, I just True Silver into his Azure Drake right here to make another dude. There's nothing for me to worry about this game. I think if he had all 8 of these cards in his hand and was immune to fatigue damage, I would still win this game. I think my hand is good enough right now.
For the life binder.
Chill Maul. That's spicy. Azoth. So I've had a Loot Hoarder and Sylvanas die this game. I mean, this is probably just my Pyro quality turn, right? Maybe a quality Consecration. And I keep a Pyro and a Consecration in hand. Pyro has some pretty good flexibility. But like, Consecration's a really good card too. I think I'm just gonna go Pyro quality. Heal for 12. And then if I don't draw like Tyrion, Lightlord, or anything next turn, I'll probably just drop N'Zoth. I only get back Sylvanas and a Loot Hoarder, but N'Zoth and Sylvanas might be enough to just end the game. Plus there's still like a 50% chance that I just draw into another win condition. I just want to set myself up for the best N'Zoth next turn as possible. Clear his board, heal up so that I can't die over 2 turns.
Reporting for duty.
Fly, Polly.
Wow. Like, this does give me a Loot Hoarder that I guess can put me closer to Fatigue. I think I'm already 1 card deeper than him. But when I still have Lightlord, Ordering, and Can Happen in my deck, I think that's fine.
Astonishing.
I also have an Ivory Knight. Who knows what I could get off that? That'd be cool if I got to play both of my Ivory Knights this game, since Ivory Knight was the inspiration for the deck. Oh wow, he still has another one of those in his deck. I forgot about that. Yeah, it was pretty hard for me to lose from that position.
Uther versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer.
I will fight with honor.
So assuming it's aggro Shaman, I want Doomsayer, I want Loot Hoarder. There actually aren't that many cards I want against aggro Shaman. Maybe I keep the True Silver. My early game just seems to line up so poorly against aggro Shaman. Maybe I just keep this hand. I don't know, this is a weird keep. But it's like, what do I want more?
Well met.
I guess Peacekeeper is a card that I want that I didn't mention. Hey, I drew it. Because it deals really well with a 4-mana 7/7. He didn't have Tunnel Trog though, so I might be okay this game. What is this? Coin Tuskar?
Did you bring some fish?
Wow. Well, I do have the answer. I can't... This play is pretty non-negotiable, because I have to kill the Manatide. Consecration's not that good here. It'll probably be pretty good next turn when he tries to value trade his leftover taunt into my bluegill. But I think this turn is a pretty straightforward True Silver champion.
For justice.
Leave the bluegill up. No point in sending it in. Maybe it blocks 2 damage if he decides to trade. Which I would imagine he would. It makes a lot of sense for him to trade here. Did he just trade with the Tuskar? Wow. That was quite a play.
For justice. Follow the rule.
He was overloaded that turn, so I don't know that he doesn't have Flame Wreathed Faceless, but I drew the second Peacekeeper. I don't feel too bad about playing one against the Totem Golem here. If he decides to take the good trade on my 1/1, then Elder Peacekeeper cleans up his 1/3 Totem Golem. This is a really weak turn from him.
The light protects me.
Looks like I'm gonna have a chance to just play the Ivory Knight here. If I consecrate, I'd kill 2 things. Solemn Vigil's still too expensive, so I don't even think that was a better play, but it's not even available, so not much reason to think about it. Blessing of Might is probably not considered. I think Enter the Colosseum is probably the best card here.
I wonder.
Holy Wrath, though. I do have 3 10-mana cards in the deck for Holy Wrath. I think it's gotta be the Enter the Colosseum, though. Pairs too well with Peacekeeper. And just having board clears is what I really need against this deck. He's really playing around Consecration. Pyro Consecration clears here. Last game, I think it was last game, I was in kind of a similar situation where Pyro Consecration was good, but it left me with no equality activators for the 2 equalities in my hand. And Pyro Equality or Equality Consecration is not really an option here. I don't think I'm willing to take 7 damage from an aggro Shaman, though. I mean, this play does also just leave my Pyro on the board. So if he just tries to go like Flame Wreath Faceless plus Feral Spirit here, then I can just play Equality next turn. So he has to do something about this. Wow. Fen. Right now that's a 10 mana 2/1 charger. I guess I just play Solemn Vigil for full cost here. No, it's probably Elder Peacekeeper plus make a dude. Pretty easy to play Solemn Vigil cheaper later in the game. Especially when I have 2 equalities and an Enter the Colosseum in hand. But how much value does the 1/1 from my hero power really have? Because that's basically what I'm getting instead of the Solemn Vigil. I can play Peacekeeper either way. I mean, if I make the 1/1, he's just gonna send his 1/5 into it. And the damage isn't even permanent because he has a healing totem. So I think I actually like playing the Solemn Vigil here. Doomsayer, huh? Well, Doomsayer's not good this turn because he had 7 power on board already. Currently don't have an answer to that Flame Wreath Faceless. Well, just kidding. I could Pyro Equality Doomsayer here, but the Doomsayer doesn't really allow me to play anything specific next turn. But there's a lot of stuff I can draw into.
I wonder.
I like the Doomsayer here. Even if I don't draw into anything worth playing next turn, it does delay him so that if I draw something worth playing the next turn, I'm only playing it into 1 turn of his stuff rather than 2.
Put your faith in the light.
Just drop Tyrion here, it's really the only play. There's some worry that he has Hex in his deck. He was playing like Lightning Storm, but he's also playing like Horse Rider and Abusive Sergeant. Okay, he does not have Hex in his deck. Even if he didn't have an answer to it that turn, I don't think he would have surrendered if there was a Hex in the deck.
Uther versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine.
Hotform.
I will fight with honor.
I would be really surprised if Hotform is playing Zoo. So I could probably keep a greedier hand here if I wanted to. But I think keeping Tyrion is a bit too greedy. I could maybe justify keeping, like, I don't know, a Sylvanas in my opener against him. Because I'm like almost 100% sure this is going to be some kind of control Warlock. But what cards do I actually want against a control Warlock? I guess I want my True Silvers. Probably just want Loot Hoarders to play on curve. Maybe even Doomsayer. Peacekeeper for sure. I guess I'll send those back. Alright, I got the Loot Hoarder, which is pretty good.
Job done.
I'm just gonna make a dude here. I'm almost 100% sure that he's not playing Zoo.
Buying or selling.
Dark Peddler is a card that's in control Warlocks. Do I just make another dude here, or do I put the Murloc on the board?
Let me think.
I think I just make another dude here. Two dudes contest the Peddler. I play War Leader. I don't know. I think I can like hold War Leader for a Bluegill combo later in the game or something. Okay, it's Cthulhu. I think most Cthulhu Warlocks are also playing Reno. So I'm going to assume this is a Reno Cthulhu list. Playing Pyromancer here obviously doesn't really make that much sense. So just play 4 mana worth of small dudes that can test his dudes.
Cthulhu is my shield.
I don't have a good play here. True Silver doesn't find a good target. I don't really have a great way to combo the Pyromancer. And I probably will need board clears against him in the late game. Can't really play the War Leader here because the 4-2 just trades into it so easily. I wonder if the play here is actually just Hero Power Pass, or if that's too slow. I think I actually like the Hero Power Pass. It kinda does the same thing as just True Silvering into the Peddler, except it might get the Divine Shield instead. That's not good. Man, my hand here sucks. I'm definitely playing the Loot Hoarder this turn. Might have to play the War Leader here too. Just to get him to trade into it, and then maybe I draw into a Consecration or something. So that I can actually deal with his board. If he pops his Divine Shield, then maybe I can clear with Pyro, but not really. I think the play might just be Loot Hoarder Hero Power Pass. It really doesn't feel good though.
Move quickly.
Mind if I roll knee?
Move quickly.
Like, I can play the War Leader, and then he sends either Chosen or Crazed Worshipper into it. And then it didn't accomplish anything if I don't draw a Consecration next turn. Oh boy. I probably need an equality this turn to stay in the game. I need to draw a card here. There's the equality. I mean, it's not even super good, because I have to leave the Chosen on the board. But it is... I needed that. And I guess I just make a dude here to contest his 4-1. He can't really kill me here.
The feast of souls begins now.
Oh my god. Probably just need to play Tyrion here. What other plays do I really have? I can Peacekeep one of the guys, but that's not really a thing. The thing is, if I play Tyrion here and he has Siphon Soul, I'm actually dead. But can I make a play that doesn't die to Siphon Soul and isn't just Forbidden Healing myself? I guess I can Ivory Knight here and try to draw into another equality. 10 or 11% chance that I get an equality. About a 25% chance that he has.
Move quickly.
He has Siphon Soul.
I wonder.
I think I just have to play Tyrion and pray that he doesn't have Siphon Soul. If he has it, I lose, but if I make any other play, like, I feel like this is the... Like, if I play this and he doesn't have Siphon Soul, then I'm in pretty good shape. So I think I have to just make the play hoping he doesn't have the answer. And I think the answer is exactly a 1 of Siphon Soul. There might be some other combination of cards that kill me here. He played a Mortal Coil. I don't remember if it was from the Peddler, or if it was just the one in his deck. I could be dead to, like, Shadow Bolt, Hellfire, Power Overwhelming, I think. Actually, yeah, I would be dead to that. Maybe a Leroy also would do it. Okay, cool. Okay, well, not so cool. He actually had, like, the sickest curve I've ever seen. That was disgusting.